Welcome back. Like I explained in this video, in the past video, I'm going to be explaining how to register new batch or new batches on our application, and this will cover for both layer and broiler. On this particular screen, you can see that there is no registration button here. So in order to register for either broiler or layer, what we need to do is to select any of the two. Once you select, like I just select broiler, once you select it, you will see the registration button here. And if it is layer you opened, the registration button is also on in the same place. So you click registration, it brings you to the registration form, and immediately opening the form, we already have two batches on ground which has been registered. This is batch 1, this is batch 2. Now to add batch 3, which is not on the system yet, we need to click new. You can see the system already update the date, month and year. The date can be readjusted if need be. If not, once you say new, the date will be the system date, but it can be adjusted as well. So now, age in days, this one is here to indicate how old are those birds on the day of arrival. Are they day old? If they are day old, we put day 1. If they are not, we put the number of days they arrived. If we put day 1, the number of week 1. If they are 8 days old, it will be day 8, which is in week 2. So and so on and so forth. The source of bird, let's say Amo, hybrid, brown, the quantity, let's assume that to be 1000, and the average weight on arrival, since they are day old, the average weight is 40 grams. Weight is in grams. So here too we have comments which has a maximum of 150 characters. Once you reach 150 characters, you can no longer type. So once all the fields have been imputed, you can click update. You can see immediately you click that, it has added it to the database. Just like we explained in the layers part, you can adjust already submitted data by selecting the data. Like this one, for example, the source and breed was omitted, so let us readjust that by selecting it and click load data. Now we can see that the data, which is number 2nd on the list, number 2, 31st December 2021, 31st December 2021, and the source and breed is blank. So let's say the source is from animal care and the breed is, let's just put anything. So if there's any correction to be made here too, you can put it. And the average weight is in grams, 1500. Here is for comment, like I explained earlier. Then we say update. Okay, and we can see the update has been effected. So now if we want to register for broiler, all we need to do is just select broiler from this option button. you can see that as we select layer and broiler, this database is updating according to what we select. The broiler is CHR Animal Care Armor, but we select, the layers, but if we select broiler now, it brings broiler data, which currently we have 3 batches. If we are to add batch 4 now, we will just say new, which is already there, and their day old on arrival. The source, let's say it's not from Agritech, let's say it is from Zatec, and the breed is COBB 500, quantity 3,500, average body weight on arrival 42 grams. If there's any comment, you can put that here, then update, and we have successfully updated. So now we have learned how to register our layer and broiler as they come in. So we can now go back to layers. If we now on this layer sheet say new, we can see that immediately we press new, it has already even brought the batch 3 by itself, because automatically once you click new, this batch that is put in here will be the maximum number of batch that is currently on ground. So since we've registered batch 3, we can go on and input data as it happens on farm, like I explained earlier. If we should put batch 4 now, it will not accept it, so until we register batch 4. So that is that for broiler and layer batch registration. In the next video, we are going to first of all look into broiler data collection, which is the same thing as this, only just the data are different. If the broilers are laying egg, usually we have a parent stock broiler, but for the purpose of this production sheet, these broiler are not parent stock, so the space for egg production is not there. So if you click broiler, you will only have for feed intake, water intake, and mortality. So which means this sheet is basically for broilers that are bred to be for meat purpose from day 1 to day 42, or maximum week 8. So just like I explained in the laying part, you collect your data from here, you update, and the updated data comes here. And like the layer as well, if you want to modify, you select what you want to modify, load the data, it comes here, then you can modify accordingly, then press update. The same thing as layer, the same thing this one too does the same thing. If you want to filter by batch, in broiler for example, we have 3 batches, so if you put batch 1 here, it will bring data for only batch 1. If we change it to batch 2, it brings data for only batch 2. So if we want to search by date, for example, and we search for maybe 4th of March, you see as we press 4th, it has already bring 4th March. On 4th of March, we registered 3 information for batch 1, 2, and 3, and these are those information. So that is that about collecting data for broiler, which is almost, or let's say equal to, the same way we collect data for our layers. There is something I would like to quickly chip in before moving to the next training. The default there are some default values on this box that needs attention to be directed to them. If I select new data, for example,